Hi everyone! Welcome to Mother's Day Luminary. My name is Miss Lauren and I'm one of the children's librarians here at the Half Hollow Hills Community Library, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. So for today's program, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful luminary with a small jar and a flickering candle. And a luminary is defined as a person who inspires and influences others. So that's exactly who we're going to make this beautiful luminary for today, someone really special in our lives. I hope you had a chance to pick up your grab and go kit from the Half Hollow Hills Community Library at our Chestnut Hill location, and we'll go over what's in that kit in just a minute. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started on our Mother's Day luminary. So here I have a sample of a luminary that I created for someone special. And this is just a little sample of what I did, but I'll show you another design that we can make together, or you can use your own creativity and make something wonderful. So in your grab and go kit, we have a jar, an empty jar with a lid. We have some yarn. We have a little tag that says, "You light up my life." And that will be great. Someone will be so happy to receive that as a Mother's Day gift. We have a paintbrush. We have a flickering luminary. And we have a little baggie full of different colored tissue paper. And everybody has different colors. They were just randomly selected. Okay. So to get started, we're going to want to make sure that we cover our table. So I have a tablecloth here on my table. The Mod Podge is very messy and sticky. So you want to make sure that you cover the surface. And it's good to note that Mod Podge is, it's not toxic. So not that we want to encourage anyone to eat it, but it is somewhat safe for anyone that has younger children. So just be very careful, of course, as always. In addition to the supplies that you have in the grab and go kit, it would be great if you had markers around. I use the markers to decorate my little card. So if you want to personalize it and put someone's name on it, or you can decorate the back, that would be great. And also if you have a pair of scissors around, there's a very long piece of yarn, so you might need to trim that in case it's too long to put on your jar. Okay, so once we have our paper down, or protection on our surface, we're gonna take our jar and we're gonna figure out what design we wanna put on it. So in my sample, I cut out from my tissue paper baggie some hearts, and I thought that was a pretty design, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So today I'm going to show you how to make a pretty design just using the squares that we have in our bag. So I'm going to pick some random colors we have here, maybe some of this gold and some purple. That would be cool. And we're going to kind of see where it is on our jar. These are kind of large, so I may want to cut these. I'm just going to not use a scissor, but you can use a scissor and just use my fingers and cut them and see if they fit on the jar. And I'm just gonna create like a collage effect on my jar. Use different colors to do that. All right, so once we have a design in our head and we're ready to go, we're gonna use our Mod Podge and our paintbrush, and we're going to dip it in. It might be a little clumpy, so you might want to clumpy and lumpy. And you might want to give it a little swirl. Make sure there's lots on your brush. And for this design, I'm going to just use the brush to wipe the Mod Podge all over the sides of the jar. So you can see it doesn't have to be neat at all, and it's going to dry clear, so it's okay. And of course, for our younger patrons, you'll need some help from a grown-up. This might be a fun project to do with a mom or a grandma or somebody special to do it together, but we'll need some help, I'm sure. Okay. All right, so we covered the whole thing. Again, it doesn't have to be super neat, but to create that collage, we're just going to take the pieces of tissue paper and we're gonna stick them right on. See how that goes? All right, and once I have it in the spot that I really like, I'm gonna take the brush and I'm gonna go over it again, that spot with the Mod Podge. Right over that spot again. And it looks very messy and very wet, but when it dries, it will dry clear and it will really stick to that jar. Okay, so I got some gold. I'll put the other piece of gold on here. All right. And again, just brushing the tissue paper right on the jar. Excellent. Okay. And I'm sure you're going to come up with some great designs. I'm so excited to see them. And you could always share them with us. If you email a photo of your finished luminary, we'd love to see it. You can email it to the email address on your screen. And we love seeing what you guys are doing at home. You're so creative and you have such wonderful ideas. So please share those with us. Okay. So it's going to take some time for our luminary to dry. Once you do finish your pattern, you're going to want to put it aside and let it dry for a little while. Then we can decorate our card. Again, you can put somebody's name on it. You could put your name on it. You could decorate the front and the back. And when you're done with that, you're going to take your yarn and there's a little hole in the corner and we're going to run the yarn through that little hole. And again, it might be a little difficult, so you can ask a grown-up for help. And then we're going to tie it in a bow, just like I did with this one. So here we have the ribbon or the yarn, and we're just going to wrap it around the jar and make an tie, and then just make a nice bow. And there you have it. You can trim off the extra piece if you don't need it, if it's too long. All right. And there's our luminary. Of course, you put your little flickering light in when you're ready. You turn it on with the little click of the button here at the bottom. It's a little tough, so you might need some help to turn it on, but make sure you turn it off because you don't want the battery to run out before you give it to somebody special. And then you just put it right in your jar. And it looks really neat at night, especially if it's really dark in a room. You can see the outlines of your design on the wall sometimes. It's really, really cool. All right, so there you have it, your Mother's Day luminary. And of course, I know we're so creative, so if you wanted to add your own paint at home, you can always paint the jar. You can decorate the lid. Again, you can write someone's name on it, whatever you choose. This is a special gift to somebody special, and I'm sure you're going to do a wonderful job. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I can't wait to see the beautiful photos you submit to us. And I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you give lots of hugs to special people in your life. We hope to see you soon, and we hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.